Hey, in this video, we'll be discussing how to bling your bike, how to turn this into this. Hey, if you like these kind of review videos, make sure you click the subscribe button and don't forget to click the bell to be notified of new content. Let's go ahead and get started. Hey YouTube, this is Robert from Sherburne Outdoors, and today we'll be talking about how to bling your bike. And what does that mean? Well, here's a picture, boom, of my bike when I first bought it. Very plain, very white, kind of had some blue pieces on it, just kind of blah. So in this video, we're going to be talking about how to turn that into this. And the kind of the different pieces and parts that I have on there. Not going to really be talking about functionality, like how this FMF increases horsepower or how the enduro engineering disc guards really work well. We're just going to be talking about how to turn this into this. So I got some feedback saying, hey, your bike looks like a factory bike. And also, hey, whoever said that, thank you very much. I don't really think it does, but I do think it looks good. And when I started blinging my bike, I got to be honest with you, I just could not stop. It started with little things like hand guards, and then we got into stickers and all kinds of little bling things like our foot pegs, and then we went to brakes, and then we went to black. So let's go ahead and take the camera off of the base and just kind of do a walk around today. This is just going to be all about the bling. We're not going to be doing any how-to or reviews, just kind of walking around my bike and looking at all the bling. So let's go ahead and get started with that. All right, well, let's go ahead and start in the front. I've done a little bit. One thing we've done is we did add some graphics. This was just all white before I added graphics to it. It's just kind of ugly. So I found a supplier on eBay that actually did graphics for a WR450F 2020, which is really similar to a YZ, except it does have a headlight, and a lot of the kits out there don't have a headlight. And I really went all out. I actually got my name put on these as well. I mean, there was it's going to be about a 5-day turnaround on this. Kind of the next piece, once we started going with that kit, it had a nice Fender Flare here on the front, so we started with that. And then I actually took it down and got a little bit more detailed on the front fork guards and put some on there. They were just white before too. And once we started with that, I actually started expanding. So went on, I had some white, here's a picture of them, some white hand guards before. They were ugly as hell. So I put these Cycras on here. They have form and function. I've got a whole nother video on the Cycras, but being able to dip down so your hands don't get caught. But they look awesome. They've got the nice Yamaha stickering, blue. And so this kind of continued up a little bit. We went in and I added some Billet designs, Radiator guards. They're blue aluminum and they look great. These were previously white plastic and they didn't look as good. Some other things that we've done is little accent items, like the hub locks. These are silver when you get them from the factory, and I bought the nice ones from Mojo Sports. Very great. So kind of just add some bling to it. Did the exact same thing on your reservoir cover here. So this is just gray when you get it, and I added a Mojo Sports reservoir cover. Gives it a little bit more pop. The other thing I've done up top here in the hand area, above and beyond just the hand guards, was I did go with black Tusk guards, both for the front brake as well as the clutch. Really adds a nice little pop here. It keeps it with things. Otherwise, the ones that come are just kind of that aluminum gray, and they're just kind of ugly. So the other things that is we kind of go down the bike side here. Again, we got nice graphics. This was just a black panel, and this panel right here was just all white. It was just really ugly. So again, we've got our nice graphic here. We've got our name on it, and then we got some that go down the back fender as well. This was just blue. The only nice graphic this came with out of factory was this one right here, the WR450 from Yamaha. Some other things I've done here to kind of bling it up is went with some P3 muffler guards for heat dissipation. I don't know if they dissipate the heat, but they look awesome. These are full carbon. I took off the filter guard here, added this Tusk Racing, gives it a level of pop of some blue in here. Down the road, I was thinking about going with the blue Radiator hoses, but for now we're good. I added a Tusk brake lever here, and it has the nice blue pieces on it as well. And to keep that whole blue theme going, I did go with Mojo Sports platform here to sit on, to stand on actually. But anyway, this was put in here for really for form and factor. Not only is it pretty, but it, you know, it has a really great for the foot pegs here, support for the feet. And this just kind of continued on. Again, we got Reservoir Mojo. This is silver for the rear, and then you come in. And then I was constantly having to take an SOS pad, and so I went with the Aceribus fork protection here, or for your frame protection. It just looks great. And just kind of coming around the back, it's little things, as you see, to keep that bling. We've got our axle blocks here in the back. Those typically come in, they're silver. I went with the Mojo Motorsports as well. And God, they just look great. Just adds that little bit. Same thing with the Enduro Engineering. This came with a black plastic piece. I went with the full-blown aluminum. I do have a video on that. And it just looks great. Just kind of pops everything. Probably the crowning jewel piece back here is the FMF 4.1 pipe. It's blue anodized aluminum, and it just looks great. Just kind of gives this thing a pop. Let's go to the other side of the bike. Add a little light here. Again, on the back here, we do have our axle blocks, and they just look great as you move through. Same thing before. We got our Mojo foot pegs, got our Aceribus pieces, all of the decaling. Almost, I don't want to say it looks like a factory bike, but you know, it looks pretty good. We've got our foot shifter here with the blue. Went ahead and pulled out the oil fill plug and went in with a little better one. Again, going with the P3 carbon support along for our muffler guard. Looks great. And this is P3 carbon. A lot of people ask me where that comes from. I bought it from Rocky Mountain ATV, along with most of the Bling items, except for the Mojo. You got to buy that from their website. And again, just kind of coming around, just really looks good. And on this side, again, we got our decal package. We got our Enduro Engineering disc guard here, and it's got fork protection built in the bottom. Just looks great. Same thing on the other side. We do have the Enduro Engineering as you go through, and it just gives the bike a lot of pop. So that's kind of blinging your bike, taking your bike and turning it into the best version that it can be. Obviously, this isn't a factory. Oh, one last thing. I don't have it back on, but you know, go with that AXP full-blown skid plate that goes with this. Not only is it very functional, but it looks great when it's on the bike. Kind of covers all of this up right in here and gives you that beautiful AXP blue and white sticker, and just kind of continues with the theme of the bike. So hey, that's a review of my bike blinged out. Hey, if you like this kind of content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click the bell to be notified of new content when it is released. Everybody have a great day, and thank you for your time.